The Alabama Crimson Tide won 9 games in Kalen DeBoer's first season in Tuscaloosa. They beat Georgia, they beat LSU, but if you talk to Alabama fans, they'll tell you the sky is falling. They'll play Michigan in the Reliaquest Bowl. We don't know for sure who's going to play or exactly what they're playing for. We're going to get into it, but before we do, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at wagertalk.com. For a limited time, you can get 25% off any packages or subscriptions using the promo code HOLIDAY25. This promotion is available for any of the great handicappers at wagertalk.com. That includes this guy right here. Not exactly tearing it up the last 7 days, but I'm still the number one big play handicapper at WagerTalk dating back to 2022. I'm up 267 units with my 4% and 5% plays during that span. As always, though, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free picks. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button, and that will allow me to keep putting out these videos. Let's get into it. Alabama, a 12.5-point favorite. The total sits at 43 right off the bat, double-digit spread and a total in the low 40s. That looks like some trouble right there. Alabama, disappointing season, didn't make the college football playoffs. Fans giving Kalen DeBoer a tough time, and a lot of players hitting the transfer portal. While Michigan, the opposite can be said for the Wolverines. Just a year removed from winning the national championship. They had a lackluster season, but capped it off with a win in the game, beating Ohio State in a game that is their Super Bowl. So that could set them up for a letdown here. But there's just so much positivity surrounding this Michigan program with the signing of that $12.5 million quarterback, and just a lot of positivity for Michigan, and completely opposite for Alabama with players leaving, fans getting on the coach. I'd be hesitant to lay that 12.5. You look at who's opting in and who's opting out. I'm not sure I can actually trust and believe a lot of the guys that say they're going to play, but it looks like Jalen Milroe and some of the top receivers for Alabama will play in this game. A lot of guys on the offensive and defensive lines for Michigan opting out. It looks like Alabama should have the edge in talent for the guys that are expected to play in this game. But again, I'm not sure I want to lay a double-digit spread in a game that's projected to have just 43 combined points. And if you look at yesterday's games, Syracuse was up big over Washington State. The Cougars come back and score a touchdown in the final second, covering the spread in a game that they were getting blown out in. And you got, just in the last 2 days in these bowl games, Navy, USC, Pitt, and K-State all coming back in the second half in games they were trailing at halftime. Anything can happen in these bowl games. I think Alabama does have the edge here. You have a bit of a revenge angle with Alabama losing 27-20 in last year's playoffs. I'm not convinced you can actually say a meaningless bowl game is a revenge game, but I will lean Bama here, but I'm going to say take Alabama minus 6.5 for the first half. I think if they're not up by a touchdown at halftime, you're not going to want to trust them to cover a double-digit spread full game. So Alabama minus 6.5 for the first half. If you like this video, smash that like button. If you got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, you really shouldn't say nasty things over the holidays. You hit me up in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.